listening to Fucks Given Halloween special.
Which edition?
Halloween. Spooky.
What up, my witches? I'm Reed. Before we go any further, because we fuck up these parts so many times.
We do. And I am Florence. And we are really excited for a Halloween episode today. We're suddenly changed our tune. We're suddenly like, do.
Yeah, pumping. We're really excited for this episode because we're going to talk about so many spooky things.
Spooky things. I feel like this is Reed's perfect episode because she's turned on by so many spooky things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you're into like all the horror, all the like gore, and you're like, yeah, cool, let's make that sexy.
Yeah, man. Like my arousal is so close to my fearsal, you know, like it is there. It is like
my fearsal.
My fearsal. That sounds really grim, but it's like they're so close. Like I have always loved horror films, and I've always enjoyed fear, like in my fantasy. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all the fucked up things that I want to fuck and that I've masturbated over, which is exciting. There's a lot to unpack and process. You as well. You've got a few freaky bad boys in there too.
I think I do. I think I'm going to have some things to bring to the table. Yeah,
for sure.
But we're also going to be talking about your red flags. We put a little question and answer thing on Instagram for you to write in your biggest red flags when it comes to dating.
Yeah, because that is horrifying. They are horrific and Halloween themed. Most of them.
Exactly.
Just like, whoa!
And also,
spooky.
Red flags has been trending on the internet.
Yeah,
so
everywhere.
We thought we'd just jump on the bandwagon and do a little episode about red flags too.
I've literally seen it everywhere. You see like the tweets that have been like reposted on Instagram. Everyone's going in on the red flags. I think it's important to know.
Everyone.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, buckle up, Bronco. Where are you podcast recording from today, Florence?
So I'm finally in LA, where I'm going to be for the rest of the year. Finally made it here after the most horrific flight situation. Oh,
keeping on brand, keeping on the trends.
Yeah.
Halloween
the
special.
Horror.
The horror.
Well, it was kind of like a final destination flight, you know.
Oh,
it was
fuck.
Oh gosh, it was mad. So I was supposed to fly out on the 19th, and we went through like all the airport stuff, and I was like, this is great, like blah blah blah. Sit down on the plane, and then we were sitting on the plane without it taking off for 3 hours.
Oh, that's
and
horrible.
They had like an update over the intercom, just being like, oh, there are a couple of customers that haven't arrived, but they've checked in luggage, so we're having to retrieve some luggage from the plane. And then we were like, okay, cool. And then like another hour went by, and then they were like, oh, update. Actually, we're having like a bit of a maintenance issue with the plane. There's something like there's a dent on the plane, and we need to figure out whether it can fly or not, obviously, blah, blah, blah. Another hour went by, and they were like, yeah, guys, we're cancelling this flight. We've just been sitting on this plane. And then after they even told us that, we were sitting on the plane for even longer. And then when we got off, oh my God, when we got off, they were like, we're just trying to figure out if we can get you all out this evening, blah, blah, blah. Got our hopes up. Because first of all, they were like, you're going to have to fly tomorrow. And then when we got out, they were like, we might be able to take you out tonight. And then they were like, oh, sorry, guys. No, the US won't let you in. So you're going to have to, stay another night in Toronto and fly out tomorrow. And the next flight they got us on was midday, so it was like it wasn't even like a morning flight, it was an afternoon flight. And I didn't have anywhere to stay, so I had to sleep in the fucking airport. It was like all deserted. It was actually quite spooky because I was walking around and I was like, no one there, and it was just this really kind of weird, like eerie feeling. And I had to sleep in the airport, which didn't really work that well, but I did manage to sleep a little bit. Oh my God, you know what? We got back on the plane and everyone was like, this is the same plane.
No.
This is the same plane that we were on yesterday. It was exactly the same plane because they were like, yeah, this girl's monitor was broken there and she's in exactly the same place. And then I sat
That's some
down
Final
next
Destination
to the
shit.
people and I was like, this isn't the same plane, is it? And the people I was sitting next to, they were like, yeah, this is the same plane. There's this mark like yesterday that we noticed and it's here. And I was like, wait, wasn't this the plane that wasn't safe to fly?
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying.
And then we were sitting there for like longer than usual before the plane starts moving, and they were like, we're really sorry everyone, but we are waiting for 8 customers to turn up to the airplane. They have checked their luggage, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit further. I apologize sincerely. It was like everyone that was on the plane from yesterday was just in the plane, exactly the same place, like, please just let us go to LA, please.
That is some Final Destination shit. That's not cool.
It really was.
Did you panic or were you
when we
okay?
got into the I felt really anxious, to be honest, that whole day, because
Yeah.
I was just like, why? Oh my God. And the reason why, you know what? I wasn't surprised that I didn't get to LA the day that the flight was supposed to go, because a black cat, this is Halloween shit, a black cat walked across my path when I was taking a little morning walk in Toronto the day that I was leaving. And everyone knows that's bad luck. And I was like, great. Obviously, like, that's the worst thing to happen when you're just about to get on a plane. A black cat walk across your path. You're like, fuck's sake.
I just think it was a really interesting coincidence.
You might say that, but like as soon as that happened to me, I just had this gut feeling. I was like, I'm not going to get to LA.
But you had that gut feeling like the entire time that you were leaving the UK. You were constantly like, something's gonna fuck up, something. So it was
Anxiety.
Yeah, and that's the epitome of anxiety. And then we like to blame it on other things. We're just like, oh yeah, that must be the reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that's the really unsexy story of my travelling to LA. But it was quite entertaining, I think. It's just one of those things that you never want to happen to yourself. But it was quite a good life experience, you know? I was just like, you know what? Let's just make the best out of the situation. It's a story. But yeah, actually, I did want to talk about Toronto times as well, because the last time we did an update sesh, I had just been on like a quickie date before the podcast, and I did end up meeting that guy. We had like a Netflix and chill situation in the evening, like after we filmed the podcast or recorded the podcast. Well, we kind of film it now, and yeah, it was really interesting. He was super, super chilled. And we kind of just got into his, like, there wasn't that much like chat before. And we felt really comfortable with each other kind of immediately. And he was like, oh, just come and like chill in my bed. Let's watch, like, put a horror film on. Horror. Halloween.
Wait, do like it.
Wait. And, yeah, so we just chilled in his bed, had a little cuddle, had a little chat and cuddle, and then we started kissing, and then ended up having some good sex, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good actually. It felt nice. It was definitely better than the other sex that I had in Toronto. But yeah, it was good, and I felt really good after it. We had sex twice, and then I actually met him. I met him another time as well, which he just messaged me in the morning, like, do you want to come over for like morning sex? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, yes, okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, right.
Although the first situation where I met him, I really enjoyed, and I was like, wow, this is great. Like, I'm really starting to like the casual sex side of things again. And then the second time, because it was morning sex, I don't know if this is like a thing, but is it a thing with morning sex not lasting very long for guys?
I mean, we can't tarnish a whole brush of we can't generalize, basically.
Time zone.
I mean, I
But anyway.
wouldn't say, in my experience, morning sex means anything to do with like sensitivity or lasting long. But it's very possible that he was just like, I don't really want to try that hard because, like, you're going.
Yeah,
and
I
just
kind
want
of
to bust a nut.
You know what? I regretted going that day because I was like, actually, it was a bit in and out situation, and it felt really good if it had lasted longer. And I would, and then I had to like finish myself off.
Yeah,
so
and that's when you
like,
feel used, when you're like, oh, you literally just used me for like a morning wank. rather than like you
Yeah,
actually
basically.
had me over for my pleasure and like you were interested in me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
that's so
did kind of feel that
shitty.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't see
Understandable.
him again. I
mean,
didn't see
good
him
life
again, not on
lessons.
purpose, but yeah.
But that's
But I
nothing
guess
you've done wrong. It's just he fucked up.
No. my outcome, or like like how I felt after that situation and kind of being in Toronto for 2 weeks by myself, is that, you know what, I'm actually kind of enjoying being single again. And I didn't think I was going to get to this point. So
yeah, and you've done that pretty quickly, which is good. Yeah. You just need opportunities for good experiences to happen to make you realise that it's not all going to be horrible and all going to be bad.
Yeah, because also like we did have a connection, but it wasn't sparks and like it wasn't fireworks, you know. But there was a connection enough to have good casual sex, and that's something.
Yeah, that is something. Yeah, nice. Was there any more fun?
What's been
times
happening
in
at
Toronto?
home?
So yeah, I've been still dealing with my mental health stuff. That's been a roller coaster. Like I felt so good this week. And then today I had like a massive cry, which has been really cathartic and very much needed. I do feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulders, apart from the fact that I just feel a bit like flat and like, oh, boo-hoo, woe is me. I had a bad IBS attack last night while I was on the train on the way home, and it brought back a lot of anxiety of me being like, I'm just gonna have to run off the train and shit on the public platform while in the pissing rain. I can't. I was like, I can't. But you know what? I'm going to have to if this is what it takes. A lot of breathing exercises were done last night. So yeah, that was frustrating. Just like so tired from that. Like, the exhaustion levels are real. Because you use so much energy when you're in like that panic stations. And I was like, you know, it's pissing it down with rain, but I'm just like sweating buckets underneath my jacket because I'm just like, I need to get this demon out of my body immediately. And it always comes in waves. I'm like, I'll shit once and be like, okay, cool, it's over. And then I'm like, oh no, we're coming for round 2, and it's just never ending. So yeah, had to like fully before I jumped on the train like beg somebody in a restaurant like, please can I use your bathroom, like as they were closing. So it's like, oh lord. But yeah, these are the things that make us
good.
No, not great, because like with IBS and sex, it just makes you feel like so shit. And my stomach's been like playing up as well with this potential endometriosis stuff. But I would admit that since really like focusing in on myself and trying not to allow my vagina and endometriosis to like overtake, I have been having much better, more exciting sex, which has been good. I've been less afraid of it. And also speaking about it to Sam, to my partner, and explaining what I'm worried about and changing up the style of sex that we're having, yeah, like we said last week, like the natch and slow and sensual, and being like, okay, I can enjoy that type of sex. Just like I don't know. It just doesn't make you feel sexy. All this shit. So yeah, it's just playing the waiting game. I know. I'm having a bit of a tough time over here, but I had such a good week as well.
Yeah,
I had a really good week. So like,
this
all the house
bad stuff is not okay. Yeah. You're going through it. But maybe we can distract you with the
yes, please,
topic of today's episode.
Because it's Halloween. It's coming up to Halloween. I love like people in the UK don't take Halloween as seriously, which is such a shame because we fucking love Halloween. We love dressing up. We love going to party. We love the themery and the ridiculousness and watching the stupid films and like fucking creating like blood punch and shit. So yeah, I want to talk about red flags, and I also want to talk about the fucked up stuff that I get horny over because I want to be horny. Come on. Give it to me.
Come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
and Halloween has already got me horny. Like the costume ideas, I'm like, yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? Is that Halloween is such a sexy holiday, and it's like kind of an excuse for people to like really become like their hoiest of hoe. I always dress up as vampire related stuff because that's like my all time like that kind of like vampires is what got me into like kink 100%.
Oh yeah,
because it was
that's
the first time
that
I can't remember, maybe I was like 17, 18 and I started reading like the Sookie Stackhouse like novels, and it was all True like Blood. sexy vampire stuff, and I would read like vampire erotic literature, and I was just so into like someone like feeding from me and being like nourished by my body, but then also being scared for my life because they might kill me or they might take too much blood or whatever. There's something like so sexy about that. At the time when I was like 18 and I had a boyfriend, I was like, bite me, please bite me. And he there was one point where he chipped his tooth and it was like one of the teeth that looks like a fang, and I was fucking loving it.
Oh my god, yes. I mean, you've always been into like biting anyway, but yeah, the vampire thing is so big, and like that is based on fucking like Nosferatu, like old school movies of creepy fucking monsters, and how it's transpired into like what beautiful glowing men, you know? It's just like ridiculous, but yeah, we'll take it. I'll take it fucking hard. Right?
I mean, I like Twilight is one of my biggest guilty pleasures. I love Twilight. I love it all. I love everything. It's just like there's something so sexy about it. And I guess like the reason why I always dress up vampire like for Halloween is because it's that one time where you can like actually fully role play without like, and it's just like general life. I haven't actually ever properly role played that situation in sex apart from Halloween.
You need someone game and someone to just like not take themselves too seriously and who just wants to have a laugh, like, for sure.
So I feel like vampires are quite tame compared to what you are into when it comes to spooky sex.
I'm into some interesting situations, let's say. And I always have been. I think, like, since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with horror films. Like, I was obsessed with the original Stephen King It when I was, like, fucking 14? I've always been into clowns, Pennywise, and I know that it's because, like, fear is very, very close to my arousal. I've always enjoyed that in my own personal play, non-consensual. I've always enjoyed watching, like, slasher films and, like, Scream, and, like, watching the girl run away from the murderer has always turned me on. Always. Forever.
Wait. That's mad.
Yeah,
but it's not really mad because we talk about fear being like part of what turns us on quite a lot, actually, don't we?
Yeah, all the time. Like what? Tie me up. Like a little bit of BDSM, spank me. I'm going to play brat. I'm going to do something that you don't like and see what the consequences are. We always play around with fear and power. Yeah. And I mean, power's just been like, I love power play anyway. So, of course, biggest power play is like poor running away victim and big scary murderer dude. So, I mean, it can be the other way around. But yeah, so some of my favorites that I have masturbated over to since I was fucking young, it's definitely Pennywise, for sure. Freddy Krueger has been like a huge one for me. I don't know why, he's fucking vile, but I absolutely adore him, and I adore that he can play such a large part in my fantasy. He's just like a little fucker in the films, and he's like, that's right, bitch, you know, like, I just love his like cockiness. Always love that shit. So yeah, Freddy Krueger for sure. I've always imagined him like, you know, I'm in this dream world and he's like made the bedpost like tie me up and he's like doing all this shit to me, and his dick is like suddenly like a big long 4-meter snake and it's like fucking me in all my holes, you know, all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Freddy, you've been amazing. Thanks.
Oh my days. I swear you once told me that you had a fantasy or a dream, or you were masturbating over some kind of like zombie trying to get you.
Absolutely. Zombies have played a huge part. Like the idea that it's like mindless dead things coming at you, and like instead of like eating my brains, it's gonna be like you know, I'm gonna eat your pussy, I'm gonna like fuck you, I'm gonna like, the reason why they're chasing me is because they're after my orgasms, you know. So it's just like this idea of just forced orgasms by loads of fucking horrible things. So yeah, running away forever, post-apocalyptic world of just all these zombies that just want to make me come. Like why wouldn't you masturbate over that?
I mean, personally,
hold up now.
Zombies
Wait.
Don't do it for me.
Okay, zombies, no, but you have shared the same kink of like being into people in that like deep dark fantasy moment that are really disgusting, that like you would never go near. So it's like, it's a very similar 100%. Fine line.
I'm pretty sure like when I was younger I used to be into like the villains in like movies and stuff. I can't think of anyone.
Villains all the fucking time. They were the only ones I was interested in. Fuck the hero. Actually, sometimes maybe a bit of hero. But like, you know, like something as simple as like Harry Potter. It was always Draco Malfoy and Professor Snape. Oh, always.
Oh. I mean, I just loved Harry Potter. That I was all here for. Not even Cedric Diggory, just all here for Harry Potter. But obviously Robert Pattinson became
a
very lovely man, a little vampire.
I did like HP. He was great, but it was always Draco or Snape fucking HP, you know? Like, that was my fantasy, for sure. Yeah. I wasn't even involved. I was just like, please, just do things to Harry Potter.
Please,
I beg of you.
I want to watch. Please. I want to be Boyer.
Thank you. Thank you to all the fan fiction out there that was written for me. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like ghosts. So like, I have a ghost story for you. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, you do.
So to people who might believe in the ghosts, like I swear to God, like my girls have called me a medium before. We've gone on ghost tour walks before where it's like speaking to the dead. Who would you like to speak to? And the dowling rods point to me and I'm like, what the fuck? Like what, the science girl? Really? Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's go. Like I'm down. And the other day I saw a ghost in my flat, in my little home. And like I think this is quite funny. You know, but I've told people and they've freaked the fuck out. Like, my mate Jamie won't sleep over in my living room because of that reason.
What's funny is that you are, like, not the person that would see a ghost at all.
No.
So it's like, you know how you kind of think, like, usually when people say they've seen a ghost, you're like, yeah, of course you fucking did. Like, because you just think that, like, the people that do usually believe in ghosts are the ones that just like would make it up almost. They're like, yeah, of course, I really like, saw like that light over there, looked like a ghost, blah blah blah. But you are not the person to like, you wouldn't just make this up. So that's why it's scary.
But okay, so I would say a but I'll come back to the big old juicy but in a second. So yeah, in my living room, the way that my hallway works is that my living room door is opposite my kitchen door, and you have to go down the hallway. So at night, it was late at night. And my sister had been streaming in the living room and she had gone to bed. And so I was going to brush my teeth. So I went from the kitchen into my bathroom. But on the way, I glanced into the living room, which was half in darkness. Half in dark night.
Yeah.
And I saw a woman that kind of semi-looked like my sister and semi-looked like a young version of my mum with like long dark hair and just like staring forward. And she was sitting on the sofa, but not in the normal direction of the sofa, in like the facing me direction of the sofa, which you wouldn't be able to sit like that on the sofa. Oh my God, Florence's face. Is it just freaking you out more?
It really does freak me out.
So saw this woman sitting there, like no expression on her face, like wide-eyed, just like sitting, staring. And I'm not talking about like I stopped there to have a conversation. I literally turned the corner to the bathroom, and enough time for me to go, what the fuck? Why is Flynn sitting in a dark room? And I went back to the living room to be like, Flynn, go to bed. Did you see that fly past me?
No.
I mean, it was just a bit fluff, but I wanted to freak you out. I'm in the flat alone as well right now, so I'm like,
we're like scaring ourselves. I mean, you're in the flat that had the ghost, so
yeah, it's true.
She knows that you're talking about her.
So yeah, went back into the living room to be like, Flynn, go to bed, and there was nothing there. And so like I was like, that's fucking weird. Like I fully saw the form of a person. It wasn't like. I've had like bad, you know, when I was going through really bad mental health, I have had hallucinations. I have had hallucinations before where I have seen things, but I'm talking like on small scale, like spiders running across the corner of my eye. I have seen people run across the corner of my eye, but then I've looked up and nothing's been there, where it's been like a flash. But then I honestly put that down to my really poor mental health. Like, really poor. Like, I'm not sleeping. I'm doing a lot of drugs. I'm, like, not having a good... I'm not eating, you know, that kind of shit. But this was different. This was very fucking different. This was
different.
This hit different, you know? Like, it was a fully formed woman in a split second of me and then being, like, going back and being like, huh, that was fucking weird. Like, I just processed that for a moment. And then I can't even remember.
How did you go to sleep?
Well, the thing is, I also chose not to
not
tell my
able to.
housemate and my sister as well, because I know that would have freaked them out. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to sleep now. It's going to be okay.
Do they know now?
Thing is, yeah, I feel like a lot of people, yeah, they do know now. And holy fuck, they were shitting themselves. My sister not so much, but like Rosie definitely was like, what, in this flat? But I didn't get a bad feeling with her. You know, like a lot of people who see ghosts feel like they feel this bad feeling. I didn't get any of that. It was very much like it was probably more positive or a warm feeling, because I thought it was like my sister, or like, you know, the young version of my mum, and she didn't give me any bad feels. And I was like, oh, okay, we just got this dude, sorry, not dude, we just got this person, just like chilling in our flat. Okay, cool. Like, all right, let's do this.
I think I do believe in ghosts as well. And also I feel like I used to work at Vice, and I would do these like really, really weird like little video shorts, and one of the ones was 10 questions you always wanted to ask an exorcist.
Yeah,
so we went up
amazing.
to Hull and met this guy, and he basically had this whole kind of like spooky he had this spooky museum of like haunted objects. And
I've seen this dude on YouTube,
and we were filming him like in this like room that was full of haunted dolls, like kids'
oh my god,
toys.
I love this.
And-
There's so many dolls in the attic as well, right here, just insane.
Oh no!
Right?
And actually, my sister has a haunted doll in her house. I'll tell you about that afterwards.
Oh my
And
God, yes.
I was filming this guy talking, and no joke, I felt something like graze up against like the lower part of my leg, which was
my
like
God,
where a kid would like hold, you know, like when a kid like goes up to an adult and they like hold on to the back of your leg 'cause they're scared.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt like. It
Oh
felt
my-
like a little
please.
kid just grabbed
That's so
the back
good.
of my leg. And I was like, that was weird. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna continue asking him questions.
Oh my god, that's so good. I love shit like this. This is why I want to do spooky shit. But then a lot of people don't want to mess with that shit because it fucks them up.
That's
I mean,
the thing. I think if I fully went into it, I would be scared of everything. Okay, so into real life scary things.
yeah, this
Red
segue.
flags when you are dating.
The real spooky shit. This is the stuff that like is actually terrifying.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, you curious fuckers, you wrote in your biggest red flags, and they're scary as fuck. They're not.
Some of them is.
They're scary.
Whew, I got sweaty reading them.
Okay, so I think this is a red flag that we can all fucking relate to. I would say, curious fuckers say, dick pics when you haven't asked for one. That can be scary.
Oh yeah. And we can also make this ungendered, and any genitalia that you haven't asked for.
Yeah.
So that includes tits, pussy, asshole, anything.
Anything that's non-consensual.
Yes.
It's like, you know, like people that send dick pics is the modern way of flashing someone.
Yeah.
It's like people
Absolutely.
that show their like got nothing on underneath. Whoa, that's what a dick pic is.
Yeah. It's literally flashing in public. You're flashing people in
Yeah.
public, and it's just in a digital space, and people do it because they can get away with it, or they think it's the right thing to do. Like that's just dumb. Like no, come on,
Yeah.
grow up. Grow the
Even
fuck
on
up.
OnlyFans, when people send me dick pics, I'm like, hey, cool, thanks, but you know, please ask for my permission before you send me a dick pic and tip me.
Yes, and also give me a tip, please. I'll be like, oh, if you want me to rate your penis, then I would take 20 of your
Yeah.
dollars.
Exactly.
Yeah, so dick pics, obvious red flag. I think we can all agree
Yes.
on that one.
100%. Do not.
This one's good. They have no empathy or unable to admit when they're wrong. Oh my god, that fucks me off so much. When there's no just like instant like, hey, sorry, like I wasn't really okay with this, and they're like, oh well, blah blah blah, just excuses.
God.
Just apologize.
I really hate that.
Fuck. Please.
Yeah. I used to have with my partner that I was in like a really long relationship with, if we ever had a discussion, I would never be right. He would always be right. And it really fucking wears you down, and that is
Yeah.
a massive red flag. Like, that relationship was horrible in those like times because of
Yeah.
those things. So red flag, don't go anywhere near.
Yeah, this one's interesting. It's like in inverted quotation marks, right? The women take care of the contraception. I've not really heard that as a red flag before, but it's a pretty good red flag.
It's definitely a good red flag. But does that mean that like they just expect that women would be on birth control, or
Yeah, it must be,
like
right?
that women bring the condoms? Because I feel like it's the opposite way, that people always think that the guy is going to bring the condom.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous thing. Like it's both of you. It takes two to tango. You both need condoms. Everyone needs fucking condoms.
Both people's responsibility. It should never be one person's responsibility for like, or assumed that someone would just have it.
Yeah,
Should never be
I'm really
assumed.
proud when I have my condoms. I'm like, well, hold up one moment. Like, let's use my condoms because I know they're going to be 3,000 times better than your condoms because I actually care about condoms.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
exactly.
contraception thing, where you know, when like it's the stereotype of guys being like, "Are you on the pill?" Like before they fuck you.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't think that's a wrong question.
Oh, actually, someone did ask me that. You know that guy that I'd been chatting to that was full of red flags?
Yeah.
He asked me that question.
Ooh, so it's almost like a setup question for "Can I come inside you?" I think that's where we're getting this from, right?
I kind of said that, and I was just like, "Oh, you like one of those guys that don't use condoms?" And he was just like, "No, of course not. Like, I was just having a conversation with my friends at work, and then, like, I don't know."
Again, excuses, but did he apologize?
No, it was. He was like, "Oh, can I ask you a personal question?" I'm always curious what people were going to say when they ask me that. So I'm like,
yes,
"Yeah,
please.
of course." And then it was like, "Are you on contraception?" And I was like, "The fuck."
But why would he need to know that? Like, what game would that be? You know, like unless it was
know.
like, yeah, I feel like that's a fucking weird ass question.
It's weird. So, like, I feel like if any guy says anything about women's contraception, then yeah, it's a red flag.
Yeah, I would also feel
I guess
like
it's a
that.
conversation at some point to be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so you on the pill or you not?" Like, la la la.
Yeah, unless it comes up naturally, organically, or you've been fucking for a while with condoms, and then you're like, you know, I do think it should be the women's side to be like, to talk about when they want to stop using condoms and talk about contraception. I don't, because I feel like if a man does it, it might be putting pressure on the situation. Unless you know how to fucking communicate like a goddamn boss and do it well, then I think it's just risky. It's a red flag, motherfucker.
Red flag. This next one is really interesting. I think we'll have a discussion on this one.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
so when the person says that they're still best friends with their ex,
Best friends as well. Not even friends, best friends.
Best friends. So but
Interesting.
this I guess I feel a way about this because obviously my ex was my best friend, and I still consider him a best friend, and I think like we're in this container of silence at the moment so that we can continue our friendship as it was.
Yeah.
So like
Good work.
when we are friends again, like, yeah, he will be one of my best friends.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like it's a really weird concept to go from having a relationship with somebody that you've been so close to and then suddenly going to nothing. It makes sense why your exes like should be your best friends, really. Should be at least friends. The only thing that gets in the way are bad feelings or new partners or sex itself.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I'm not at a stage where I could like say that I'm not in love with him anymore. So I kind of get there would be reservations for people coming into relationships with people that are best friends with their ex, because maybe they're still in love with each other secretly. But I mean, and also like I know that me and him are going to be like, we're going to love each other. We're always going to love each other. So I don't know, maybe that is a red flag, but maybe I'm a big red flag then.
Yeah, I do feel like it's just a big giant walking red flag. I think that you can be friends with your ex, and you should be friends with your ex. I think it's really sad when you're not and you can't figure out why.
Yeah.
I also think it's really sad when new partners don't are jealous of that situation. I feel like that's a red flag on them for not being able to deal with their insecurities.
Yes.
It takes two to tango, though. You know, it's like it's not just about your insecurities or theirs. It's about trust and communication and setting up boundaries when things aren't okay. And a lot of people just can't fucking do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like maybe I'll be able to say more on this when me and him are actually friends again, like actually hanging out. But I get it because I think if I went into a situation with someone new and they were really good friends with an ex, there would be part of me that was thinking about like them getting back together. Yeah. Or like it would be like exactly what you said, communication. As long as it's communicated and there's no like, you just need to trust.
Yeah, trust. I mean, I do know a couple of people who are friends with their exes and it works really well. I mean, fucking Jamie, he is friends with his ex. Really good friends. Yeah. But it's not something that happens quickly. It's something that had happened over a couple of years, and sometimes you need those years in between to take time to let all those bad feelings go, and also to grow up as a person and to be like, okay, let's make this work. So yeah, I wouldn't say that one's a red flag, you know?
No, I wouldn't say that's a red flag either.
Access denied.
Access denied.
This one's great. Only wants to meet at night. I mean, like, that is... Yeah, unless they explain why, that's a really big red flag.
Is he a vampire? Maybe it'd be a huge, big green flag.
What? Yeah, you'd be like, why the night? Does the sunshine make you burn? Okay, I'm in.
But yeah, like, if they are a normal human being and not a vampire, then that would be weird to me. I would like be like, well, why can't we hang out in the daytime? Why can't we go on a bike ride? Why can't we get a coffee? Like, do you not want to sleep over and like have breakfast?
Yeah, they want to keep you their dirty little secret. No, run away. Also, just like sex talk without any of the nice fluff. So like, they only talk to you if it's about sex. Yes, that's a massive red flag for sure.
Yes, 100%. Unless you're just into that and you want the casual sex only.
Yeah, then that's cool. Yeah, but I also feel like that needs to be talked about. That needs to be like, oh, hey, I hope you don't mind this situation, but like, for me, this is just sex. Is that okay? Yeah. And I've done that. I've said that. I'm like, I just want to fuck you, and like, that's it. Is that okay?
On to the next one. Doesn't ask questions about your life. Oh my god, the amount of dates that I have been on and the guy's like blah 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 all about him, and he not asks nothing about you, and it's just like you literally just sit there nodding and being like, oh yeah, oh cool, yeah.
Fuck, yeah, I'm worried that that's me sometimes. What if I don't ask them questions about their life? But then I also do say, can we just keep this as sex? I fucking leave, you know, like, fucking duck.
I fucking duck.
I don't do that all the time. I mean, now I'm with Sam. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. I am very much satisfied. I'm not fucking and ducking no time soon.
Do you ask Sam about his life? Do you know anything about Sam?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who is he?
Yes, I do. Some of the time. Most of the time.
And mostly he listens to me talk about Mum.
Yeah, mostly. Sometimes. It's cool because I get to talk a lot about me and he says nothing at all. That is a joke, I promise. I swear to God, that's a joke. I swear. All right, okay, moving swiftly on. Another one, tries to do something even if I specifically said no, / tries to push boundaries to convince you to. Oh my days. I fucking hate this. This happened to me last year. Where
Really?
some guy, yeah, you know this dude as well. Like, you fucking know. He was like, yeah, come over. And it was like peak COVID time. And I was like, no, man, I don't really feel safe. Like, you guys fuck off and go and have orgies. And I do not feel safe about it. And it's like, no, it's fine. Yeah, I've been vaccinated. I've already had COVID. It's really unlikely for me to get it again. And I was like, I don't want you to convince me that it's okay. I want you to respect my fears and boundaries and that I don't want to come over. Like, that's what you need to do.
You
Respect
already
my
said
shit.
no.
Yes,
Oh my
I
god,
did.
this is the biggest red flag because oh my god, that's just like a consent nightmare because you said no and they're not listening. Basically.
Well, I did. The thing is, I didn't say no explicitly. I was just like, oh, I'm not really sure, like, you know, with everything that's going on and like COVID and like I don't want to catch it. Like, I want to stay safe for my mum and all this stuff. And it's not an explicit no, which is why. But again, that's why it makes it so hard. But you just should never have to convince someone of something. It should be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to convince you. I'm going to ask and find out why. That's like a green flag. Not like, oh, but it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's do it. Like, that's peer pressure. That's just unnecessary pressure. And we all do it. And that's wrong. Even if you're in any situation, drugs, alcohol, come to this party, do this thing. Like, it's going to be fine, you know? I feel like you need to respect their worries, for sure.
Yeah, big red flag right there.
Especially when it comes to sex, like anal. Oh, but you'll be fine. You might like it. I swear, you can take it. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off,
please. Okay, so the next one is they don't post pictures of you on their social media accounts.
Yeah, it seems small, but it is big.
It is big. But I guess I don't know how I feel about this one either because but this is just because of our situation. Me and my ex never posted each other on our social media accounts. But that was for a reason.
Yeah, but like I get the reason, but the reason should also be a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's interesting when people are in the public eye though, because then you're like, especially doing what we do, it's like a big thing to like know. But at the same time, I always did want it. I always wanted pictures.
I was gonna say, I feel like if they're in the public eye and they've explained it to you, and you're like, okay, cool, that's fine, that makes sense. But I think if you want it, then it's maybe not a red flag for somebody else, but it's a red flag for you.
I think there's a thing with that as well, is that you want to appear single.
Yeah,
I feel like
single,
that's quite a big thing.
Yeah,
a lot
I've
of
also
guys
noticed
do this.
It's the same with like with our Instagram, my Instagram. I noticed when I posted about Sam, I lost followers. And the exact same thing. So like with my OnlyFans, I haven't written on there, this is my boyfriend, you know, because you will inevitably lose followers, because as soon as you find out that they're taken, the fantasy's gone for a lot of people, or the fantasy's there for a lot of people, but mostly the fantasy's gone. So I do understand it, but it shouldn't be something that stops you, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that you need to have a discussion about and figure out why they don't, and if you kind of get the reason or not, or if it bothers you, then it's a red flag, basically.
Yeah, I think if
it doesn't bother you, then if you don't post them on your social media, they don't post you on theirs, then and you're both cool with it, then that's fine. Yeah,
I almost feel like it's like going to a party and not bringing your partner along to show them off and to meet your friends. And it's like, it's annoying that it's social media related, because it feels petty and it feels like, oh, but it's just Instagram. But it's like, no, Instagram's a big fucking deal. Like, social media is a big fucking deal. Like, the days of, like, making it Facebook official, that's a big deal. That's so integrated in our lives.
Yeah, it's Instagram official now. So if you don't post a pic of your partner, of your bae, are they even really there?
Yeah. So, do you just want to be single for all them peeps, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sad thought, but it's a good discussion to have. It really is. Definitely. It does make you think, for sure. But I am going through this weird stage where I feel like, I've already posted Sam. Do I need to post him again? But where is that thought coming from? Why am I thinking that?
Ooh, is that the fear of not being seen as single and available and free?
Yeah, it's very possible. It could be work related. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'll lose OnlyFans subscribers. But it also could be there's a lot to unpack there.
I would like to be in a
To
relationship.
post your partner.
Yeah, I would like to be in a relationship where I can post my partner on my social media 100%.
Yeah. Although I am having like a dip with Instagram and I'm not wanting to post that much, so that could be it too.
That's probably
and like
it as well.
My mental health is not great either, so I'm just like, I'm avoiding Instagram. I'm just like,
Yeah. Our last red flag of the day is reading your messages.
Spooky. That's like fucking horrifying. That fucks me up so much. The idea of like a lack of privacy.
That's a scary red flag. Like if they read your like fuck,
yeah,
run.
That's an immediate
run a mile
away. And it not just messages, like looking through your phone, looking through your laptop, looking at your diary, maybe reading books, looking through like your drawers and shit, and like snooping in your bedroom. I feel like that's borderline. I know people do it, but that is borderline. It's like it is so important to keep that trust with the other person. Even if you suspect something, have a conversation with them. Don't snoop through their shit.
Oh my god,
never.
No. I once did it when I was a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before.
I feel like this. It's a weird thing because I think most of the time people do it when they suspect something, but it never should be a thing. The when I did it, I was like, I know that he's gone like on another date or like seen another girl, so I went on his messages, and there it was, a message from a girl being like, "Oh, I had such a nice time last night." And I was like, "You fucking piece of like shit." He was in the shower at the time, and he came back, and I was like, "So."
And does it change anything if you are suspecting your partner's doing something behind your back, like that? Finding the evidence
Get out anyway.
Shouldn't change anything. Yeah, you are in an unsafe situation and you need to run because there is a lack of communication there to make you feel trustworthy. Or go to fucking therapy if you have mad trust issues or you're dealing with some sort of trauma and you constantly think your other partner's betraying you because of old situations. But like you have to talk about these things. Don't snoop through people's stuff. It's a horrible thing to do.
Yeah.
And then it will come back to bite you on the ass.
I think the green flag in this situation is when your partner gives you their passwords. Like, they're like, oh, could you just check my phone? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, what's the passcode? And they're just like, like, they just tell you. Like, my ex gave me all his passwords. Not that I actually remembered them. But at the same time,
never.
like, if I ever need to get on his laptop, if he wanted me to do something on his phone, he would just tell me. And I was, like, actually shook at the time. Because I was like, wait, you actually trust me? And
that's
you know
like
what?
In my
4.5-year relationship, my ex never told me any of his passwords. And I always kind of was just like, oh, like, he just needs his own privacy, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't trust me.
Yeah.
And also he might have having a level of trust.
He might have had something to hide. Like, if you're giving somebody your password, then that means you've got nothing to hide. And you know what? Like, people do fuck up. They do make mistakes. You know, if I give my password and they see something they shouldn't have seen, then it's a conversation to have, for sure. Like, I left my WhatsApp app open on my laptop, and Sam did say, he was like, God, it was so hard not to look at your WhatsApps. And I was also like, okay, well, firstly, thanks for not looking, and you should congratulate yourself. But also, why would you think that you wanted to look? Like, where's that thought process come from? Have you had situations before in the past where you have mistrust somebody, and it's just a conversation because he's not done anything wrong. I've not done anything wrong. It's just, you just got to talk about it. You just got to be like, okay, I'm feeling really insecure at the moment and I really want to check your messages. Can we have a chat about it? Yeah,
I think that's really important. My ex even was like, oh yeah, do you want to just log into my Instagram on your phone so that you can like do my... He was like, can you post on my Instagram, please? Because I hate doing it. And I was like, wait, you want to give me access to your Instagram? I could see like messages coming into girls trying to slide into your DMs and like all of those things. I was like, that's like that's almost a spooky level of trust. And I was so like, wow, green. That was like the biggest green flag I think I've ever gotten in my whole life. But
so good. And I feel like we just need to practice that more for sure. And it's like, it's fine
we just
if
need
people
to be
slide into your
trustworthy
DMs.
and trust people.
And it's fine if people slide into your partner's DMs. Like, that's going to happen. That's actually great because it means you're with a hot person, but it depends on, like, obviously, on their response. And, you know, if they do respond in a positive way, it's like, it's just an ego stroke. We do it all the time. We get a compliment off the street and we're like, oh, thank you very much. Not like, fuck you, disgusting hoe. You know, like it.
Yeah.
It's all about how you feel within that relationship with the messages and the passwords. But fuck me. Such a good red flag. Sure. I love that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a really interesting little conversation there to round up the episode.
Yeah, I mean, because that is some spooky shit. You know what? They should fucking make a movie about reading people's messages. Oh my god, maybe like trademark, copyright. That's my next horror film. Someone reads messages and they were like, "You are murdering me." Spooky.
Yeah, I feel like that is really spooky though, because it's stalking. Basically, it's
it is
being
literally stalking. And I remember doing it on Facebook before with my exes. You know, it's just stalking's a bit of a dodgy one too. Like I try really hard not to because I think it's looking for trouble and I'm gonna get hurt regardless of what I see. I just don't see the point. But we all fucking do it. We're all just like evil little motherfuckers that just like love looking to feel wild. Yeah, like a little ego stroke, and then you're just like, oh, I saw something I didn't want to see. Why am I so sad?
Oh, no. You knew you were going to see that, though. That's the reason why you went there.
You knew it. That is why. Right, so to round up the episode, we really hope that our ghost stories and speaking about spooky stuff hasn't freaked you out too much. But it is Halloween.
Ooh. Yeah, warmed you up for the festive season of the spooky holiday.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, do your Ouija boards, do your ghost talking and the paranormal activity. I love it so much. Do it, because it's a hell of a lot of fun, unless you don't want to fuck with them arts, because, the darkness is not
And use this holiday to indulge in all those creepy, scary fantasies.
Yeah, man. Put your horrors on, get the vibrators out, get your little masturbation cups out. Get that on. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Dress up like an absolute fucking himbo if you need to. Like, do it. Get that slutified up there. Dress like a stupid, I don't know. What's like really dumb that people dress up as isn't like a maid? I don't know. Like, dress up as a maid for Halloween.
Fucking Playboy bunny. Be a fucking Playboy bunny or like a sexy nurse or...
Do it. It's ridiculous, but jokes. A nurse. I love it so much.
I want to have have some Halloween sex. Maybe we will get Halloween sex, Reed.
Yeah, I fucking hope so. I've been trying so hard to convince Sam to dress in a priest outfit, and I could dress in a nun outfit and be like demon, nun, and priest, just so he can fuck me in a priest outfit. So hot. I just want him to look me dead in the eyes and be like, kneel. And I want to have to forgive my father for his sins. There's just so many hot things that could be done, but no, I don't think I've quite convinced him just yet. I'll get there. Yeah. I'm working on it.
Okay, so also, Curious Fuckers, for our next Fuck Off episode with stories by you, please email in your biggest fuck off story to fksgiven@comecurious.co.uk.
Yeah, baby. Of course, check out our YouTube. The whole podcast episodes are on the YouTube channel, as well as on your normal podcasting sites. And you can keep up to date. You can see us, if you wanted to actually see our faces during this. We're on YouTube. And, of course, you can keep up to date with us on Instagram, @ComeCurious, as well as our personal accounts, @ReadAmberX and @FlorenceBark.
And obviously share this episode far and wide. Spread it like you spread your legs in the bedroom, everyone.
Yes. Yeah, and you motherfucker.
We will see
about all
you
the dudes,
next
like,
Thursday.
Spreading their legs. Spreading their legs, like, spreading my legs,
with
motherfucker. Yeah, I'm ready to fuck you now.
Cocks.
Where's that?
Around.
Oh, the little cock. There's a cock. Oh, I see. Nice. I do love flaccid penis. I really do. It's beautiful. Nice. And so we love you all. See you next Thursday and enjoy
Halloween.
Happy
Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Bye. You fucking witches. Bye. You witches.